Alright, so in this video is little bit more special because today we are going to discuss more about, wait a minute, there you go, lottery. So I'm gonna give you some tutorial about how to make a lottery using global variables and the functions. As you can see, we are going to use functions to how to enter the lottery, how to pick the winner, and how to get random number using pseudocode numbers. And then without any further ado, I'm gonna give you a direct example how to make a lottery. Alright, so as usual, we are going to create Pragma Solidity of the current version 0.8.18 and then type contract and then named it with lottery. Open up the curly brace and then as you can see, first and foremost we are going to type the global variable first. The global variables that we are going to use for this lottery is owner and players. So type the address of owner and type public and then name it with owner and then players, public players, like this. And then we're gonna make the players payable. So type payable and then add it with the square bracket like this. And then after that, create constructor. Open up the curly brace and then given the statement of owner is equals to message.sender as the global variable. Alright, so after that, let's just back to the overview. We are going to create the functions, and that is enter lottery and then the winner, pick the winner, and then get the random number using pseudocode number. So first of all, we are going to create the function of enter lottery like this. Open up the parentheses and then we're going to make it public. Alright, and then we're going to make it payable because the player should have to pay the fee in order to enter in the lottery. Alright, and then after that we are going to make the function of address of players entering the lottery address of players entering the lottery. So if you are a JavaScript developers, should have to know this pattern. So we are going to type players dot push then message.sender and then we're gonna make these players payable like that, then semicolon right here. And then for the entering part, we are going to, given the requirement first, require, and then in this condition we are going to fill up with message.value is equals to 0.01 meter because we are going to measure the certain of value that the players are going to put. In this case, we are going to put this amount of ether. So why we have to type the ether part? So in order to make the convenience that this amount of value is the same amount of ether, not weight. So as you can see, this amount of ether is equals to this amount of weight. So it's gonna make even more convenience, alright? So after the enter lottery function, we are going to create pick the winner function. Winner. Alright. I mean, let's just make it comment because we're gonna finish up later. We are going to finish up the get random number first. Okay, and then make it public, and then q, and then returns. We are going to returns the value of uint or unsigned integer, and then open up the curly brace, and then return uint. What are we going to return? We are going to return the value of the address of the owner, and then block.timestamp there you go. So basically block.timestamp is a source of randomness that has limitations, and basically it is some sort of numbers that has limitation that it will get randomed. It is often to code with pseudocode random number. Alright, so in randomness purposes we are going to use Keccak 256 functions. So what's that? Keccak 256 or Keccak 256 is a cryptogenic hash function that takes an input and produced a 256 bit or 32 byte hash, and it is often used to create a unique and seemingly random value from its inputs. And then after Keccak 256, we are going to use abi.encodepackt. So basically abi.encodepackt is used to concatenate the values of its arguments without adding any additional structure or padding. So I'm going to give you a direct example of it. First of all, use Keccak like this, Keccak 256, and then abi.encodepackt, like this. Alright, there you go. So basically in this function it is generates a random number based on some input parameters, and it is also important to note that while this method can produce seemingly random numbers, it is not a cryptographically secure way to generate randomness. So yeah, for the simple example we are going to use it anyway, so it's okay. And then finally we are going to finish up the pick the winner function. I mean, actually we are going to create the modifier function first, and then we're going to call it with only owner. Open up the curly brace right over here, and then inside of this function give the statement of requirement of message.sender is equals to owner, like this. Alright, don't forget about underscore semicolon. And then after that, when you start the pick winner function, type public and then type the name of the variable from the modifier only owner, and then open up the curly brace, and then instead of this we are going to reset the state of the contract as well. So type players is equals to new address payable, empty the square bracket, and then that address that it's already been updated are going to give the value of 0. And then for the pick winner itself, create uint and named it with index is equals to the name of the get random number function, and then after that give the modula right here is called modula function, and then after that type players dot length, and then players open up the square bracket, type it with index dot transfer, and then address this dot balance, and ended up with semicolon. So what is that? This function is a public function, which means anyone can call it, pick the winner, and then it is also the function that can transfer the entire balance of the contract to the address stored at the randomly chosen index, and this suggests that the selected player is the winner and is receiving the contract balance, and the transfer part is used to set the ether or tokens from the contract to another addresses. So basically, in order to pick the winner, all you have to do is just use this function right here, and then to try it out, compile it right over here, and it is succeed. Compile it and then deploy it. Make sure you use London virtual machine, and then choose the first account, deploy it as the owner, and look up the detail right over here, and then the owner should be this address. Make sure it is the same address with this account. Alright, so get row number should be this function. Alright, using catch-up 256, and then enter another address as the player, and then it enter this amount of value as well to entering the lottery. Enter lottery. Why it is not succeed? Wait a second. Enter the lottery. Huh. How about this? Deploy. So we got some difficulty in here. Oh, it is succeed. let's try it out the previous address before. Enter. Oh, I wonder why. If you guys can see the error before, just comment me down below, and then adding up another address. It is succeed, and then try another one. Enter the lottery. It is succeed, and try the last one. And end of the lottery. Alright, it is succeed. As you can see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players, and then back to the owner, which is the first account right over here, in order to pick the winner. So you have to back to the first account. Oh, first of all, try out this function. Let's try it. Players number 1 should be matched up with this account 0xa capital A B8. Okay, and it is matched up. And then players 2 0x787, and then 0787. Alright, it is already matched up, and I presume that the next account will be end up with the same result as well. Alright, so back to the first account, and then try to pick winner function right over here, and it is succeed, and then the owner will be still the same, and then boom, right over here is the winner because it got the most amount of ether. As you can see. So that's it, the simple lottery function. I hope you guys can enjoy it, and see me for the next video. Bye.